a nice reminder that there is explicit content and language. Thank you. Welcome to Creatively Exposed, a conversation for creatives, introverts, sapiosexuals, and all of the people entertained and who love us. I am Liz Flo, the podcast host, poet, writer, and overall Afro-Caribbean Latina creative. I know that is a mouthful, but welcome to the show. Ladies, gentlemen, folks of all kinds, we are officially creating this heart chakra episode. And the irony of this heart chakra episode is that I basically had to bust it wide open, my chakra, nothing else, my chakra, this week. I had to kind of break it open and look at what's inside and what's hindering me from this pain in my chest. It's sometimes, in order to talk about something, I've learned this in creating my book, Soliloquy of an Ice Queen. In order to write something, create something specific, sometimes I would have to go through that experience, because although, yes, you can do research and you can check out all of these things, but if it's not applicable to you, then what are we doing? And those are my thoughts. So, the heart chakra. It has been an eternal January. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to February. It feels very different. It is February to 2020, and that's a special date, a palindrome date. So, if you are listening today and it is your Monday, my Sunday, right? So, happy Monday. Create some clarity for yourself. Because we're also in a pre-shadow retrograde for Mercury in Pisces. And if that means absolutely nothing to you, some things are going to slow down, and a lot of it might just be emotional. It depends on what you got going on in your own chart and situation, but it is a time of reflection, release, and introspection. So let's get into this heart chakra. Where's my notes? So the heart chakra is the fourth chakra, and it is called the Anahata, if that means something for you. And as I was researching and reading, actually from multiple sources, I saw that this is the chakra that holds up. Basically, it balances out both sets of chakras, because we have 7. And so the 3 at the top are considered more like feminine energy, which is more intuitive and letting the universe speak through you and things of that nature. And then, I hope I'm not switching them up. And I believe the bottom ones are the masculine-esque chakras, which is basically what that means is more action-oriented, go get it, make it happen, move, So, about this heart chakra, a lot of why it goes hand in hand, and all of them go hand in hand with, success and things like that. But heart chakra is your value center. And so if your value center is blocked or too open, you're going to cause an excess, and most of that excess isn't exactly positive. So it's, it is love, it is unity, it is balance, especially because it's the middle. But here are some ways that if you may have a blocked chakra, heart chakra, if you feel any of these things, which high key, I'm in a point where I'm like, I really need to work on this, so I'm learning with you. If you chronically experience a sense of social isolation, not because you chose not to go out, that is different. That's like me right now. But if you feel really lonely, resentful, bitter, afraid, jealous, think of it of like the kind of like the, for some reason it came to mind, the 7 deadly sins. And so, envy is in there, right? It might be a blocked, suppressed, or stagnant heart chakra. And a lot of our childhood experiences, our life traumas can create this. If you have trust issues, yeah. If you have trust issues because of things that happen to you in your life, it can cause this. And in my mind, and I'm not like an expert, but just based on how my body feels and things, I feel like a lot of the blockages and imbalance that we have can be rooted to inner child work that needs to be done. I've learned, and I've always known this, but I've learned that people don't realize, especially parents don't realize, how important they are in the development of our existence. I know that we are all people and we are all flawed and we do the best that we can, but for that child, sometimes the best is not enough, and we have to make peace with that. And I don't say it to, demonize any parent. It's our reality. We're all different. And so what maybe a child needs from their parent is different from what they needed as a child. And I think that's where a lot of our disconnects end up being. That's not just me rambling. Therapy was hard this week. So things that impair the heart chakra: emotional or physical abuse as a child, being raised by an emotionally cold or narcissistic parent, and see, this wasn't a ramble then. Being denied affection and love growing up, adopting unhealthy societal beliefs surrounding love, and developing self-destructive habits that block the giving and receiving of love. And, there you have it. So let us dive deeper into this. The heart chakra is usually associated with the color green. Howsoever, when your heart chakra is like popping, balanced, and you live a heart-centered life and all of these things, it can upgrade to pink. So that's kind of why, Valentine's Day, pink, and all these other colors, but mainly pink. And you're spending a lot of green during Valentine's Day, but that is another thing. Pink is very love-centered, and it is a feminine energy. I feel like heart chakra, the green is kind of like masculine, and then pink is feminine if we really want to put, societal whatever's towards that. But it's kind of, in my mind, a yin and yang coming together. So I'll probably tell you more later, but watermelon tourmaline is a crystal if you're into that kind of thing. And I'll tell you a story about it. I think it was last year or the year before. A friend of mine was shopping for gems, and she showed me a picture of a watermelon tourmaline piece. And when I tell you that the way my chest just kind of like constricted to the point that I'm like, do I have to call 911? Because I am not okay. And I realized that it was because I had some major work and stuff to work through with my heart chakra. So just keep that in mind. Chakra, ways to heal the chakra, meditation. And everything will usually go back to meditation, because being with yourself and finding peace unlocks a lot of beautiful things. And this is me reading myself. And if you're interested, Deepak and Oprah, they have this thing called Chakra, and they're going to start a 21-day meditation today if you're listening, this Monday. And just, check it out and try it out. But meditation doesn't have to be this big, huge thing. Just taking time out for yourself to be out of the running around in the day-to-day. Just reserving time for you, even if it's a minute, will improve a lot of things. And I'm definitely going to listen back to this episode and feel attacked, but we are here together, okay? 19 signs of an unhealthy heart chakra. This is from, I officially believe this is one of my favorite providers of information. I'm looking for a word, but I can't find it. For chakra information. Disconnected from the people around you or closest to you. You kind of know when you're like in a full room and you still feel alone. That kind of feeling. Withdrawn and trying to avoid socializing with people. And intentionally, I would say, not if you're like an introvert or you don't really like being in crowds, something more than usual. If you like tune in, you'll realize like, I haven't really gone out for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Let me check in with myself to see what's up. If you're an introvert, that sounds like having me, but anything in excess is not positive. You tend to be needy in your relationships, or you're emotionally distant. Terrified of being alone. You gain your self-worth from other people, as in being a people pleaser. Find it hard to forgive, and you hold grudges easily. You find it hard to let go of bitter and angry thoughts. I'm feeling attacked. You always feel a sense of anger towards other people or life. Social anxiety. Self-critical thoughts. Ooh. Constantly replaying or reliving your trauma, so victim living. You carry a deep sense of fear. You have developed a role of the victim or martyr, and also overgiving. I'll add that in there. It's basically when you're trying to prove that you're worthy of love,